Hello everyone. I helped the organics at the cEDH Reddit Discord last weekend, or the weekend before. I don't know when this video is coming out. In the recent history, I helped them cast their Crack Open a Kaldheim tournament, and it was the best display of cEDH I have ever seen. So you're wondering what was this tournament? Well, basically we have 32 players submitting a list that has a commander from either Commander Legends or Kaldheim. And then you play 3 rounds of Magic, and then the final 4 plays a final match. And then what do you win? Well, everyone in the top 4 gets to win a collector's pack of Kaldheim, and also the top player gets a playmat from me, which I haven't finished yet, and I should probably finish that soon. Anyways, don't worry if you missed it, because I have the whole recap of the whole thing just for you. See how useful I am? I'm a good bot, right? So I present to you Crack Open a Kaldheim TLDR edition. Right now. Round 1, right now. Let's go. Here's Carnage with the Jeska, and then there's a Fierce Guardianship countering it. And then here's another Jeska. The Jeska's gonna come down with 5 loyalty, and then Jeska's gonna nuke everything on that board. Everything. And then here, wait, here it comes. And then there's a deflecting swat. Back at the Jeska, and that's game 1. Here's Hisp with a Jeweled Lotus, and then a Time Twister. And here comes Sakashima, copying Kodama, and then that triggers original Kodama, and he drops on a Prime Speaker, and Prime Speaker's gonna draw him all the cards, but in response to the trigger, the Sakashima drops on a Coveted Jewel, and he draws more cards, and then drops another Tatiova off of the original one, and then you get Storm Cauldron. It's just like triggering back and forth. It's bouncing all the triggers and dropping lands. And then what's happening now? Oh, and then look at all the cards he drew. And then his taps Coveted Jewel for an AC. Turns out this deck is like Tatiova deck. And then AC triggers the Kodamas and drops on a Kinnan. And then there's cards being drawn or something. And then here's a land. And then he casts Crop Rotation. Crop Rotation brings in Sunscorched Desert, and then that's infinite damage. With Sunscorched Desert and Storm Cauldron, he just nukes everyone. And Hisp wins! In this match, Puff Demonic Tutors, and then casts Ring of Filth. And then he sacrifices his lands and casts a main phase Adnos. And then all those cards go in his hand. All of them. It's a crazy Adnos. Look at that. Look at all the cards. Look at all the cards he's getting. That's crazy. And then he plays Rock Rack and then Mox Diamond, and then continues to like get to Underworld Breach and LED, and then wins off of that. Puff wins. DJ Eldritch Evolutions a Dockside into a Glinthorn, and then Glinthorn has haste. Glinthorn goes in for damage, and then triggers Malcolm to get another treasure. And then sacks both, triggers Glinthorn, and then everyone dies. Everyone. Okay, jumping over to this game. Wait, why does Fire Rift have 4 opposition agents? What the hell is this? Here's Shaga for Jeska's Will. Fire Rift tapping 3 islands to pass priority, and here's a 5th opposition agent. And then a Vampiric Tutor. And then here comes a Jeska, but it's all hopeless because Fire has 4 opposition agents in mono blue. This game ends in a draw. Here in this game, Kuma has a turn 1 Ristic, and then on their second turn here what's gonna happen here is a land, and then the land's gonna play. Nope, I'm not playing anything. Here's a Dark Rid for Necropotence, and then Kuma pays like probably bajillion life to draw like everything in their deck. Anytime now, it's gonna happen anytime now. Look at that, look at all the cards in their hand. And then afterwards, and here comes a Final Fortune, and then Kuma takes another turn. Well, after the opposition agent, Kuma takes another turn after the Final Fortune, and then drops the Thoracle Demonic Consultation with Pyroblast backup. Kuma wins. And that is the end of round 1. So just quick update here. So far, players with a win includes Prosperity, Famji, Azurel, Hisp, Path, DJ Yavimaya, and also Kuma. We had a draw earlier in the round, and now we're proceeding to round 2. Here's the first match of second round. Here's Hisp on Sakashima Kodama, drawing all the cards. He has basically everything with AC and Kodama and Sakashima. And there's a Sunscorched Desert, and that's game. Here's Gates with a Tainted Pact on their upkeep in response to Mystic Remora. Gates hits the Underworld Breach pretty easily off of the Tainted Pact. That's probably one of the best Tainted Pacts I've ever seen in my short life. And then here's a Dark Ritual into LED, and then Underworld Breach. I think that's game. Gates then plays Ad Nauseam off of the graveyard with Underworld Breach. Then there's a Thassa's Oracle. And that should be game. That's game. Gates wins with Rograk Silas. Here's Shiver with Jessica Timna. And Shiver just activated the Ranger Captain for silence. Here comes an Animate Dead on the Ranger Captain, finding Insulin Neonate, and then afterwards, Shiver plays a Vamp Tutor for an Adnaz, sacrifices the Neonate, draws the Adnaz, plays the Adnaz under silence effect, and then gets the World Quarter Dragon combo, and Shiver wins. Shiver wins this game. Here's Loro Sakashima Timna, and then here comes Sakashima copying Elish Norn. Now there's 2 Elish Norns and nothing gets to stay on the table. And then Lore gets to keep all the creatures. And then from here, it's just a slow beat down turn after turn with double Praetors and just big fatties everywhere. Just fatty beat down. Lore wins. Here's Mateus on Magda executing the Klaka Omens combo with Magda, getting infinite treasures. And then afterwards, fetching out a Bogarden Hellkite to nuke the board with Cloudstone Curio, I think. Here's Hero versus Ondis. Hero's on Timna Sakashima. Double Timnas. And after this on 1v1, Hero drops a Thassa's Oracle with Tainted Pact and also Demonic Consultation. Double win con. Hero wins. In this game, Hellboy's playing Tavesh Krom with Underworld Breach setup, and he's winning off of a Jace activation. Good job, Hellboy. And that's the end of round 2. So far we have one player who is clearly favored, and that is Hisp on Sakashima Kodama, just farming all the wins with Sunscorched Desert looping with the Cauldron thing that I can't remember because no one else plays it, but Hisp is playing it, and he's playing it well. 100% win rate, undefeated 2-0 today. Just buy your Cauldrons, buy your Sunscorched Deserts, because maybe he's going to take it all the way to the finals and win the whole thing. We also saw Gates, Shiver, Lore, Mateus, Hero, and also Hellboy winning a game this round. So the top 4 can still be anyone's game. Anyone who has won a game in the first round, the second round, as long as they win the second game in the third round, they're probably going to make it to the top 4. But also, what's interesting is that we have Fire Riff, who has drawn both games in first round and second round, so he manages to win one game in the third round. There is a chance that he can make it into the top 4 with Orvar. Let's see what happens. Are you ready? Let's go. Here, first game of round 3, Mercs on Ikra Dargo. Mercs has Praetor Grasped a Thoracle from someone. And then using Razaketh, he finds Tainted Pact and Veil of Summer, and then casts Thassa's Oracle with Tainted Pact and Veil of Summer protection. That's game. Here, Ondis is playing Tavesh Krom with the most careful Underworld Breach freeze line possible, carefully trying to play around Azrael on Magda, and potentially Azrael fetching out an artifact that can either exile his graveyard or also force him to draw. He's just manually building up Storm with LED and then brain freezing the table out. Good job on this. Here's Hellboy and Tavesh Krom playing a Jeska's Will targeting whoever, and then whoa, he flipped over an Ember Cleave. Here's 2 throws, and then playing Desperate Ritual, and then finally Ember Cleave making its first showing in this tournament, feeding fire 2 cards, but it's worth it because there's a 1/2 throw with double strike triple. Continuing in this game, Fire Riff just made a copy of a snow-covered island, drawing a copy artifact, and that's a double Ember Cleave. This is double Cleave, major cleavage happening in this tournament. But it doesn't matter because over here, in a future turn, Fire Riff plays Spellseeker, getting Essence Flux, then bouncing the Spellseeker, making a copy of Spellseeker. Spellseeker finds High Tide, and then Fire plays High Tide. And then what happens? And then here's a snap. Snap makes another Spell Seeker and untaps 2 lands, and Spell Seeker finds hidden strings. Fire plays hidden strings, targeting the Spell Seeker, getting another Spell Seeker for Transmute Artifact and untapping a land, and ciphering hidden strings, I believe. And here's Orvar with an Ember Cleave, going in, untapping Spell Seeker, untapping lands, getting even more cards off of that Spell Seeker, and then making more clones and getting a Pact of Negation and Protect It. And here's a Transmute Artifact, transmuting that Ember Cleave into a Coveted Jewel. Coveted Jewel with that card goes infinite and just fire draws all the cards, and does like a super big, I don't know, stroke of genius to kill everyone or something. Congrats, Fire. Here in this game, we see E-Lion on TLDR Crom, and that's right, TLDR has 10 loyalty right now, but seems like the 2 other opponents don't really care about that. And we're gonna see it happen for the first time in the tournament. TLDR is gonna ultimate and steal all the commanders, but too bad it doesn't matter because this game ends in a draw. Here we see Shiver again. Shiver is playing Cabal Ritual into a Twin Flame targeting Serra Ascendant, but then here's a Necromancy. Necromancy, what is Necromancy gonna get? Necromancy's gonna get Dual Caster Mage, copying Twin Flame, infinite Dual Caster Mages, and then just infinite attackers. Shiver wins. Here we see Carnage on Jeskai Ishai, and then Carnage is gonna Enlighten Tutor during the end step to find Isochron Scepter. Then on their turn, here comes the Isochron Scepter, imprinting Dramatic Reversal, getting infinite colorless mana, but a finite amount of red mana. But it doesn't matter because here comes Jeska 31 times, enough damage to just kill the table, probably in 30 times. You don't want 31 to die. Good job, Carnage. Here we see Gates with another end step, or here we see Gates with another Tainted Pact for the win. Truly, they have no fear. Tainted Pact into Culling the Weak on the Rock Rack to get Ad Nauseam, and then they resolve that Ad Nauseam. No problem, no counter spells anywhere. This is the meta of cEDH now. No one plays Interaction. Gates just takes all the cards, putting all the cards in their hand. Still going, 6 life, no fear, no fear. There's no way they're gonna hit a PETA, no way. Here comes a Bergie. Whoa, here comes a Bergie for the Kaldheim tournament, and then the Rock's coming in, just generating all that mana, and then with all that mana and Bergie, Rite of Flame, just Thoracle Console. Congratulations. Here is the final match of round 3 with FamG, DJ, Yavimaya, and also Irawell. FamG just needs to win this game. There's a Dark Ritual. He just needs to win this game and he'll get to top 4, final 4, or TLDR Crom. Here, that was a Dark Ritual, and then here comes a Vampiric Tutor. Vampiric Tutor probably looking for an Ad Nauseam. All he needs to do is just resolve this Ad Nauseam. He's at 21 life, but that's plenty. That's plenty for you to win in these colors. FamG, after tutoring with Vampiric Tutor, activates TLDR, eating the Thrall to draw 2 cards, probably drawing the Ad Nauseam. And then here it comes. Here comes the Ad Nauseam, using. Nope, still doing stuff. Oh, here comes Ad Nauseam. Look at that. All he needs to do is just resolve Ad Nauseam, and he's probably got it at this point. He's at 21 life, or he's at 19 life. There's a Simian Spirit Guy that looks pretty good. You want mana? You do. He has mana, but you always want more. Here's a Filwar Stone. Here's more lands at 14 life. You still fine. There's a Mythic Mastery. Kind of not what you want, but oh, there's a Pact of Negation. Pretty good at 10 life. All right, let's see what he's still gonna hit. All you need to do is just get like the Underworld Breach or something, and then oh, there's a Windfall. He's at 7 life. He has 63 cards. There's a Chrome Mox. It's looking better, but he still doesn't have it yet. At 7 life, all he needs to do is just not hit the PETA, and the chances are pretty low. He's at 62 cards in the library. Are you gonna flip it? Just flip it, FamG. There's no way you're gonna hit that PETA. Just flip that card. Just flip it. FamG, flip it for the win. All you need is just like another tutor or something. Or hit the Underworld Breach. Just flip the card. Flip it. And there, oh, that's a 1 in 62 chance that he hit the PETA. He hit the PETA. Okay, we are back in the same game. Irauel has Grinding Station, has Magda just getting all the treasures, and then here's an elixir, so Irauel can just fetch out everything, blow up everything, and just mill everyone by making infinite treasures with Magda and Universal Automaton. Well played, well played. And that is the last round, and we have our top 4. And our first top 4 is Mercs on Ikra Dargo. We saw Ikra Dargo doing pretty well, and he actually tied with Fire Riff on Orvar. But then, like, I don't know, some percentage thing, or like whatever, or like based on the people they paid. I don't know. They tied, and Mercs is the one going forward. But Fire still gets a pack, so it's okay. It's kind of better that way. Fire doesn't need to play anymore, but I wish I could have seen it. Anyways, Mercs is going into the final pot. And then our second top 4 finalist is Shiver on Timna Jessica. We saw him win 2 out of 3 games. Very fast deck. It's gonna be a fast pod, so he's going forward. And talking about fast, we also have Gates on Silas Rograk. Just your Grixis Turbo Nas, Tainted Pacting, everything, never getting punished, and he's probably not getting punished in his finals either. And then the last player is Hisp on Sakashima Kodama. This deck, I believe, has gone undefeated in the whole event, and probably gonna win, because I don't know, it just seems to be doing really well right now. So let's see. Welcome to the final match of Crack Open a Kaldheim with Hisp, Gates, Mercs, and Shiver. I believe Hisp is on the play with Kodama Sakashima. He is your mulligan in hands, and Shiver mulled down to 5, unfortunate. And here is Hisp on the play. His draws fetches off a Verdant Catacomb Tropical Island into an Arbor Elf, and then Gates with the untapped Steam Vent, surprising that there isn't a more explosive start. Here's Mercs with a land into a Birds of Paradise. Shiver is now thinking about his turn. There's a Verdant Catacombs, and then what's gonna follow up? What is Shiver gonna do? Oh, it's a pass. Oh, surprising, everyone just passed. Here's a turn. There's a Jewel Lotus, and oh my god, here's a turn to Kodama. Can you believe it? Jewel Lotus seems like a pretty good card, and here is Gates with an Ancient Tomb, turn to Bergie. And then Mercs has a Gaia's Cradle, tapping for a Soul Ring into a Mana Vault, Demonic Tutor. Well, this might be the turn. But nope, that's it. I believe they're setting up for a win next turn. Here's a Verdant Catacombs on the main phase, fetching a Badlands, and then here's an Imperial Seal. I wonder what Shiver is gonna Imperial Seal for the next turn. And here's Hisp with a land into a Mana Vault into Sakashima. Sakashima enters the battlefield, no one's stopping it. Sakashima copying Kodama, and here's a Prime Speaker. Sagana, as we saw earlier, absolutely insane. Just drawing 7 cards right now. And then triggering, getting an AC triggers, and gets the coveted jewel off of the Kodama, and that's a Garuk Primal Hunter into Storm Cauldron. I think we've have almost all the pieces. Here comes the Storm Cauldron dropping a Trophy Mage, a Cloudstone Curio just storming off in Simic, and here's a Sylvan Safekeeper. His plays a Flooded Strand, thanks to AC, I believe, draws a card, and gains a life. And here's a Tropical Island just triggering all the things, drawing all the cards into Sunscorched Desert, and there you go, there's your finals. So that is your final match. Hisp, congratulations for winning Crack Open a Kaldheim with Sakashima Kodama, just further solidifying Simic's lead over every other color pair, every other partner deck. Just Simic is the best. Kinnan won Oktoberfest last year, and now Kodama Sakashima dominating this event, proving that Turbo Nas decks were just hype, and what you need is just good old-fashioned value, and Jewel Lotus is a good card, and just cloning things. That is the way to play cEDH. Undisputed. You can't dispute it because you just saw it. Win. Just beat all the other decks. Doesn't matter. Just win. So thank you for watching. I also want to thank the staff for running this event so well. You probably didn't know, but in round 1, Cockatrice decided to update the program because it was missing a token. Yeah, they updated the program on the day of our event because of a token. So we had to stop round 1 and then get judges to look at the board states and then recreate those board states. And then some players who couldn't take screenshots of their hands had to get randomized hands, all because of a token. Huh. I also want to thank my fellow casters. They're not in this video, but they did an excellent job casting the event. That includes Pongo from Team Turn 3, River, and also Callahan from the Mind Sculptors. Thanks to them. Thanks for watching. Thanks everyone. I will see you next time. Goodbye.